Feeling pain and hurting is actually a really good thing. A lot of times in life, a lot of lessons, they're really painful. And the ones that are most painful are the ones that bring you to the greatest joy. A lot of people are scared of pain, and that's why they can't bring change into their lives, because change is really uncomfortable. And a lot of times change comes with letting go of things that you almost identified yourself with and you really attached yourself to. But in order to grow and in order to change, you have to be willing to be uncomfortable, and you have to be willing to be scared and go through some things that can hurt you. But the thing is, if you keep holding on to those things, they'll hurt you even more. So really, you'll just go through more pain if you keep forcing yourself to not let go. Because when you force yourself to not let go, you're literally trapping yourself in an environment that's too small for you. It's like putting on a shoe, or it's like wearing a shoe and walking around with it that's like 3 sizes too small. You're gonna end up with blisters, and your bones are gonna do some weird funky things with your toes, and it's just gonna be terrible, and you're gonna have really bad back pain, because that's what happens when you wear bad shoes. Back pain, spinal pain. Obviously, I'm talking more emotional pain. I hope no one's going through any physical pain, but emotional pain can become physical. I've had multiple times in my life where, this still happens to me actually, when I get really stressed, the back of my spine will like lock up, and then I had to go to like acupuncture and stuff, because I had a time where my right shoulder blade like dug into my spine because I was so stressed, and it just got stuck there and I couldn't move my arm. So I had to go to acupuncture, and it like opened up. And then I've also had times where I had a really, honestly, kind of traumatic experience with another human being. And when that happened, when I was like trying to work through it, I got pain in my left hip, like right where the leg and like the hip connect, and I had that pain for 10 months whenever I would just walk around. But it was very much so just an emotional pain, and that's where it was manifesting. And it wasn't until I fully let go and chose to not be in that experience anymore and to actually like deal with it, is when the pain went away. I did all the stretching, I work out often, like yeah, I shouldn't hurt when I walk to the store, but it was an emotional pain, and it's not always physical. Sometimes it's in your mental, which mental pain is very, very real. But being in the wrong environments and staying in places and with people that are holding you back, and you not allowing yourself to grow, will continue to cause that mental pain to fester. So the pain that you're scared of, that you think is going to come when you let go and you release these people in these environments and change, really, it's really release yourself, it's release your old self. That pain that you think is going to come, it's significantly worse when you keep yourself there. It's significantly worse when you keep yourself tied to these people that don't care about you in a way that a person should care about someone. When you keep yourself tied in these old environments, when you keep yourself stuck in this old version of yourself, because the future can be really scary, the unknown can be really scary, but holding yourself back and forcing yourself to fit into a past version of you that's really, really dying to change is a significantly worse pain. Holding yourself back from your true potential is extremely painful, and it's the scariest thing you can do. Without pain, there's really no point in being alive. I know that sounds kind of morbid, but the pain that we experience in life is from the lessons that we need to grow, that we need to become the best version of ourselves. And that can be really hard to navigate, but the best thing you can do is to let it go and not think too much on it. I know it almost seems counteractive because you think you should think about your actions, so then you won't end up in a maybe like a bad place. You need to think about your future. You need to think about, you know, the way you're like stepping forward. And yes, to an extent you should think about your decisions, but not to the point where you're overthinking and you're constantly trying to figure out what's going to happen next in the world, in your world, because you can't control it, and you shouldn't try to control it. When you don't try to control things, everything flows so much better. You flow so much better. You feel lighter, and that's the best way to attract and manifest what you want in your life. That's the best way for things to fall into place, and it's the best way to experience joy. The only way we can experience joy is through the pain that we feel, through the lessons that we've learned, through the people we've let go, through the past negative experiences, through changing who you once fundamentally thought you were and letting yourself become someone that you've never known. When you think about those utopic movies, or those utopic books, like, I know we would read a bunch in school, like for example, The Giver. It's very possible I'm confusing which book this is, but I'm pretty sure The Giver is the one where they don't have color in their world, so everything is black and white, and they also have no pain. So they live every single day on autopilot, and there's no pain, there's no sickness, there's no heartbreak, which that's fun, because all those experiences in the moment are really terrible and really scary, but they also don't experience anything. There's no laughter, there's no happiness, there's no love, there's no care, there's no connection, there's nothing. And it's because there's no pain. Without pain, you can't recognize happiness, you can't recognize health, you can't recognize peace. And you need those things. You need a balance. You need that equilibrium. So when people hurt you, and when life throws you the 20th 1,000th punch, when you get another left fielder, just remember it's all for your highest good, and it's all for you. Nothing happens to you. I've had experiences where I'm like, okay, that was a personal attack. But nothing actually happens to you. It's all for you. It's all for your benefit. There's a significantly larger plan than we see. And we don't need to see. We don't need to know all that. I don't. Oh my God, I don't. And I'm such a person that used to want to know every single little detail. Like, you know, those memes where people are like, okay, yeah, so like what time and where are we parking and who's all coming and what are you wearing and what are you doing and what are you gonna eat and did you check the menu already and what's the seating like? All that. I used to be such a person where I was like, okay, I just need to know everything. Yeah, like don't even worry about it, but like, can you just write me out every single thing going on here and going on after? And if you have time, going on before. We don't need to know all that. We just need to flow. Flowing is the best thing you can do. I've been trying to fully do it for a long time, and I really feel like right now I'm in a place where I'm really just flowing and letting life happen. And it's amazing. We're not here to live in a perfect, untouched world. Our lives are not supposed to be that way. You're supposed to be touched and affected. I don't like the word affected. Maybe impacted is better. It's all supposed to change you. And when I say that, that doesn't mean take every experience on and every experience needs to affect you. I don't like that word. That every experience needs to impact you at the same level. Because sometimes experiences are there to show you that this doesn't affect you. I liked it there. I liked the word in that way. But it's all for you. It's all for you. So even the pain. So I actually think whenever you have a hardship or someone's being mean to you, showing you their true colors, whenever you get hurt, whenever you experience pain, be thankful, be grateful. But that doesn't mean let it happen. That does not mean let people be mean to you. That does not mean that you should take all the punches and sit there with no defense. But every pain teaches you a lesson, and every lesson is for your greatest good. If you had never gotten a cold before, you being healthy wouldn't really mean anything to you. You wouldn't be grateful for it. You wouldn't appreciate it. Pain is there for your gratitude and for you to feel alive. That got significantly more kind of mellow and zen than I expected this first video to get, but I kind of liked it. Okay, I'm Ermak, and I'm gonna go. Bye.